backwards. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
Cool. So, yeah, just we were just actually chatting during Anna's lovely singing and playing about, you said you've been here since December 28th.
Yes.
And so just what's it been like? I mean, I was kind of saying, like, typically the last couple of years you were getting ready for spring training, you were pumped up, probably already in the starting lineup and ready, you knew what you were doing this weekend. But this year, I mean, you have spring training in a little bit, but it's not for USC. How's that feel, being on campus and not being in the lineup?
It's a little bittersweet, but you gotta move on and try to do bigger and better things. I mean, the goal was to get here and have a successful career and then try to take it to the next level. And I was very thankful and privileged enough to do that. And I thank God for blessing me with so many talents and just be able to take my game to the next level. And it is different not knowing where I'm going to be. I have a feel for where the options I think I can be, but I really haven't got a definite answer. All I know is I'm going to come to spring training ready to compete for a position, and who knows what can go on from there.
Great. Have you been noticed on campus? Have students kind of like, oh, Jackie, and like, or
pictures?
Yeah, pictures and autographs.
Oh yeah, that's always a constant thing, but I'm used to it, and I actually like it. It gives me a chance to meet new people, and that's what I like doing. I like being caught off guard, and it keeps it interesting.
Right. I remember, I guess it was last year, at the beginning of the year when Garnet and Black did a interview with you. There was the quote about having the tons of Facebook requests at once. Do you still get that? Do you still get, like, does it still flood every now and then, especially if your name comes up, or like now that baseball season is starting, everyone wants to add the baseball players if they're not friends with them yet?
It probably does, but I'm not really sure because I think the limit's 5,000.
Okay,
I
so
think
you
I've
probably
reached
hit
the
that.
limit.
Okay.
So I'm pretty friendly on Facebook, so I just kind of accept everybody, and sometimes it'll let me. I mean, some people will get deleted for some reason. I don't know why, but then I just keep adding others.
Yeah.
So I think I done reached the limit. So if you try to friend request me now, I probably have to wait till some random friends get deleted. I don't know how, but I'm there.
Gotcha. Is there, looking at baseball right now, what's the biggest jump you've had to make so far? Like, you're at the top of your game here. I mean, obviously everyone, you were a great player, that's why you went early and everything, but why, or what's the biggest difference that you've noticed already just from here to minor ball?
Just the mental aspect of the game. It's more of a professional mentality. You're doing the exact same thing every day. It can get tiring, wearing. At least with school a little bit, you can kind of get away from the game of baseball, and with school and stuff like that, and just doing stuff with your friends. I mean, you can kind of do that too. I mean, when you're away from the field, but during the season, that's pretty much your only focus. You're working,
right,
and you're working to improve yourself and get better for the team, for the season. And the only difference, I guess, is while usually I would go to class, now I'm in just a weight room, just training, getting ready for the upcoming season. So, and it's going to be a long ride. The big difference is definitely playing the amount of games. You go from playing 56 regular season games to 69, 70, if you include the playoffs in college, to now you're jumping right up to 140 games, and you're pretty much playing every day. You're going baseball from, I leave next week actually. I have to report on 22nd, so I go from February 22nd to the end of August. Baseball every single day, and it's just getting used to it, and getting your body accustomed to it.
Well, when you're training every day and playing baseball, what do you do to de-stress and relax and get your mind at peace at the end of the day?
I'm actually one of the most relaxed, laid-back persons you can meet, so it's easy for me. I like to watch movies. I like to think I'm a big movie buff, and I just like to go out. I mean, I go bowling. I do a lot of things at the spare of the moment because, you know, like I said, I like to surprise myself as well. And, you know, I'm just watching TV. I relax a lot, so, you know, I'm just pretty much hanging out. I'm a homebody. So if you see me out, then it might be a rare thing. But, I mean, I like to go out quite a bit. But it's, I guess, in a closed-off setting. You know, I like to just hang out with a few friends here and there. And sometimes I'll make a surprise appearance somewhere.
Little star appearance.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, you talked about about it being a different mental game. So let's look back at a couple of years before we look forward. So in 2010, I mean, you hit one of the big, you know, game-winning hits that kept the Gamecocks in and later, you know, sent them to win the series. What was it like doing that in 2010, and then in 2011 getting hurt, and then being able to rehab in time for the World Series? Like, was that just crazy for your mind to, like, you're like, oh, I got to get back in there. I have a responsibility. Did you feel that, or?
You know, you always feel, you know, accountable for the things that happen. My thing was, you know, I wanted to put myself in a situation where I could be healthy and help my team as much as possible if they made the College World Series. And, you know, you know, a lot of people were thinking that it was probably going to be my last game playing. And, you know, I didn't want to end out on an injured note. So I wanted to, you know, bust my tail and get back healthy.
Right.
And I told the guys, you know, if we make it to the College World Series, you know, I'm going to play. And that was my mindset. You know, I didn't want being injured to be my last game. So I went after it. You know, I give all credit to, you know, my trainers, doctors, you know, God for, you know, allowing me to get back as fast as possible. You know, the recovery time was much longer, but, you know, I was able to get back much sooner, and just blessed.
Do you remember those moments on the field, or is it almost like a dream to you?
I remember every single moment. I can tell you back in high school, you know, I have a real good memory of the game, pitch sequences. There's so much that goes in my head. I can remember certain instances where, you know, us joking around in the hotel. You know, just you have to remember all those things. Those are the memories that keep us going.
Right.
And we actually have a question from a listener. It's actually my dad. He's an ex-USC ball player like yourself. And he always stressed to my sister and I growing up that when the game is on the line, it always seems to be 2 outs, and he knows something good is going to happen with 2 outs, and, well, hopefully. And he's sure that the situation's happened with you a lot, and he just wants to know what is going through your mind when it's times like those and the game is on the line.
That I've been in this situation before. In the game of baseball, there's a lot of different situations that you're put in, and, you know, as you play the game more, you pretty much notice and see every single situation. I actually spent a whole year, my 9th grade year in high school, working on 2-strike hitting, where I wouldn't even swing the bat until I got 2 strikes. And that was my goal, is to become a better 2-strike hitter. And I actually think I went on to hit like 400 that season or something like that in high school. And, you know, that was something I really stressed. And, you know, hopefully it carry on to here, and, you know, just constantly trying to get better and recognizing certain situations and being able to produce when it's needed.
Thank you.
Was there anything that Coach Tanner and Holbrook and just all the guys here taught you that really just kind of sticks with you? That, because I mean, especially I've heard Tanner speak, and he's such a guy of the game. He just, you know, he's such a student of the game. He loves it. What are some of the things you picked up from them? And
Coach Tanner, first off, is he wants to win no matter what, and that's something that I really loved about him and playing under him. He's going to do whatever it takes to win, and he actually pushed and motivated my game that much more because I wanted to win just as bad. And, I really like that about him. Coach Holbrook he was more of the with the hitters and the outfielders. So you know, he likes to get things done. He's one of those ones where if you're doing it right, you know, he's still trying to push you a little bit more. And if you're doing it wrong, he's really going to be on you. And he doesn't like when you mess around a little bit, but it's more of you better get back on task soon. We got things to handle. But I guess you could say Coach Holbrook's a more laid back coach, and Coach Myers as well.
Right.
But you know, Coach Holbrook really stressed to me when I was my freshman year was to, I guess, react to the fastball and you know, sit on all speed when you have 2 strikes. You know, a lot of people would say the opposite, but you know, he really stressed that, you know, a lot of college players aren't gonna really throw the fastball when you have 2 strikes. They're gonna try to come at you in off speed. So, you know, that's what I really focused on my freshman year, and you know, it was successful, and I like his concept of hitting.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a break in the rule, kind of. But
yeah, it's whatever works. I mean,
yeah.
Some people do things differently.
Do you still keep up with them a lot, Tanner and Holbrook and all of them? Do you maybe text them like when you're, you know, a day before a game, like, hey, help me or something? Like, are they still a big part of your life?
Yeah, pretty much see him every day. But it's great. Yeah, I pretty much go to the field every day. Like I said, just trying to put on the finishing touches before heading down to spring training. And I've actually been seeing them a lot pretty lately. Just trying to stay out of their way. I know they're getting ready for the season, so you know, while they're on the field, I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to find a way to get in my workouts without being in their way.
Gotcha.
Since you're out there playing with them, what's your opinion of the team this year?
Great team. Great team. A lot of young talent, and you know, who knows? I mean, you never know. You just try to go into the year with, you know, the best guys that you can put on the team, and you know, you just hope and pray that they can edge out some victories. And then, you know, the thing is to make the playoffs, and anything can happen then. It's all about getting hot at the right time.
Oh yeah.
Are you feeling that same camaraderie that you had with the USC baseball team when you were here?
Yeah, sort of. You know, especially if I'm at Greenville, I feel like I will get a lot of fan support if I was there. I think if I was in Virginia, I would get a lot of fan support as well, especially because that's home for me. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. So I feel like it's going to be like a win-win situation no matter where, you know, I end up.
We talked with Bill Rasmussen a few weeks ago, the ESPN's founder, and he described what it felt like to throw out the first pitch to a ball game. How he said he was kind of nervous beforehand, but he had played organized ball until he was 50, so a long time. And he said when he walked across the line, it was just like, you know, like he was just throwing the ball in the backyard or something. You know, it felt natural. Does that still happen every time you walk on the field? As the stage gets bigger and bigger for you, do you ever like look back and go, wow, there's a lot of people here? Or is it more of just, you know, I'm playing in a sandlot somewhere and with my friends and there might be a few people watching? Does that kind of go through your head?
I like it, actually. I like, you know, like having a lot of fans. You know, just let you know how much support you really have behind you. And we had a lot here in South Carolina. I mean, I bar none. I don't think South Carolina can be topped with fans. You know, we'll have some rough ones, but rough games, and they'll get on us for it. But I mean, what else do you expect? You know, we set a standard where, you know, they expect us to win, and you know, there's nothing wrong with that to me. If you're not doing your thing, then they're gonna let you know, and that's the way it should be. You know, we're not here to accept mediocrity, and you know, Coach Tanner definitely hasn't stressed that. So he's really stressed being on top of your game and being able to play at the highest level you can every single day.
Gotcha. For anyone who might, you know, listening, they might just are interested in a minor league workout, because I kind of know. So I was hoping other people were. But like, what's a kind of minor league workout look like or feel like, you know?
It's definitely much longer than a college workout, just because, you know, my organization actually stresses injury prevention, not wait until you get injured and then do the exercises. So it's a lot of, you know, stretching and exercises before, you know, you're, you know, foam rolling, you know, trying to relieve some tightness in the muscles. You're doing your shoulder exercises because we're constantly throwing 140 games straight, and you know, it's baseball. You know, it's not the natural natural motion of the arm being overhand, and it'll wear and tear on your body, and it's just being able to do the exercises and being able to be at your strongest, you know, towards the end of the season, because that's when you really wear and tear. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I guess the exercises are pretty much similar, but you're actually probably doing it more and on a consistent basis. And it's really no off days. It is actually true what they say. I mean, you could take an off day, but it's definitely not an off day.
Just any inspiring words for any baseball players out there trying to make it big?
All I can say is just keep working hard. Don't let anybody ever tell you that what you can't do, and what they think you're able to do. At the end of the day, you still got to go out there and play the game, and as long as you're constantly getting better every single day, anything's possible.
So if you had to be doing one other thing right now than baseball, you know, anything, lawyer, doctor, what would you want to be? Or what would be fun for you?
Be fun for me. I guess since I got into this bowling thing not too long ago, I think I might want to join the PBA. Get on
if you're listening,
the tour.
Get
I can bring it up there. Highest game is 249, so I'm pretty excited about that. And
is that a straight bowl or a curve?
That's a curve.
That's a curve. Okay.
So anybody out there want a challenge, and I'm ready.
He's here till the 21st. Challenge him on. So, all right. Well, I really appreciate it, Jackie, for coming in. Is there any final words you want to say? Anything? Any keys to the game this weekend for any?
Well, I know South Carolina's playing VMI, which is Virginia Military Institute.
Does that feel? It's your home.
Actually, it's very surreal. Actually, when one of my high school friends who actually played for VMI, we actually played on the same team in high school. We were actually talking about, you know, trying to get our coaches to try to play, but now that we're both gone, now they're playing. So it's kind of weird. But I got some friends coming down from Virginia that I'm looking forward to hanging out with, and you know, Gamecocks, they're gonna be ready. I know for sure. You know, it's gonna be a good series, and hopefully my boys can come out and take 3.
Hopefully.
Go Cox.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so opening day this weekend for the Gamecocks. And I just thank you again, Jackie, for being on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I can say that it's an honor for me to meet you on one. I'm sure Chance and AWOWW, sorry, feel the same way. So,
we do.
And all the listeners out there, cool guy. Definitely meet him if you get a chance. So, opening day this weekend. I think Friday's sold out. I don't know about Saturday, but I know Friday is sold out, and it's a 3 o'clock game on a Friday. So. It's kind of funny.
People gonna be sick.
So definitely make it out if you can to the stadium this weekend. Yeah, so Chance, what are you gonna play for us? Want to take a little break?
I believe next is "The Longer I Run" by Peter Bradley Adams.
Cool deal. Yep. Let's hear it.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
Alright, I appreciate it, man.
Yes.
Anytime.
Thanks for coming out so early.
Anytime.
Yeah.
It's all right.